Okay, so Azure Latch in the most recent update made them probably the most controversial change yet, and I've already made a video on it, on how to like score with it. And as you all may know, it's the ball physics. The ball physics have been changed, and there has been a uproar within the community about whether it should be reverted back or whether it should be kept. I'm just here to talk about that. I also want to hear your guys' opinions in the comments, what you think, if you think it's just a skill issue or if you actually think the old ones were way better. But before we get into the meat of the video, I'm going to really kindly ask you to subscribe, not only because it means a lot to me, which it does, but I want to reach 20,000 subscribers so I can become a content creator in this game, which means I can get tester, which means I can test the game, help make it better for you guys, and take in your suggestions and try and help as well. So that's my plan. I would love it if you did. It would help so much, and it would also help you out as well. But let's get into the topic of this video. So as you'll know, the changes, the ball is heavier now, much heavier. You could have seen that when using moves, moves drop so much faster. And it also is harder to score on the goalkeeper now, because the goalkeeper has had a buff increase, like a bigger hitbox and more reaction times. One of the other big changes was that you no longer get slowed down when in the penalty box, which is kind of a bummer, because I feel like Azure Latch is making all these changes. Some are good, some are bad, but the one thing that is guaranteed bad is that they have not thought about real goalkeepers, because this really affects scrims the most. I like playing scrims. It's where you find the best players, it's where you have the most fun, it's where skill is most involved, which is why it's kind of annoying for my goalkeeper who is struggling to keep up with these updates, because it's almost impossible for him to save when people can get this up close and dash to the side, score, and there's no repercussions, the ball isn't slower. It's practically impossible. So I feel like they should take account more into like real goalkeepers, because I actually have quite a few friends who play goalkeeper and it's their funnest spot. So I feel like maybe that shouldn't be overlooked. But like further changes, like I said, ball's heavier, the ball's bouncier. Curves have been slightly tweaked as well. They're kind of now the meta. They're overpowered. If you want to be good at the game, just learn how to curve, and you'll be chilling for the rest of your life. And to be honest, if you want a more deeper dive into how to score, how to properly get used to this, what to do, go watch the previous video. But in this video, I just want to talk about everything. So if you're unaware, the Tweet server, which is the Azure Latch Discord server, has posted a poll right here at 1 AM today, asking, should the physics return to new or old, or just new or old, what do you prefer? Now, I voted old physics, mainly just because of how the ball was, I think it required more skill, the old physics, because slow down near penalty box made it harder to abuse getting up close and, using harsh moves. These new physics, also the ball has been kind of laggy recently, so this is my opinion, but I do think what my actual opinion is, because this is kind of unfair for those who are like me, are in the middle. I think I like some of the new things, but I also like some of the old things. So personally, I think it should be tweaked to meet somewhere in the middle, so it's the best of both worlds for each type of player. And you can see this was pretty close. I thought it was going to be like 99% old physics, but as it looks here, people are pretty divided on this. We can further go into here. It's like, we just want your thoughts, new physics or the old physics, what do you prefer, and feedback. Help us make the game better for everyone. Also, this vote isn't going to change it, it's just going to affect their decision making. And what I've done, which I'll read sooner or later, is a suggestion on what should be changed, what should be tweaked, and they are going to read them. As you can see here, there's no certainty that it will be reverted, just suggestions they want. Here you can see they're looking at the AI goalkeeper. So do you think the issue with curve shots not being able to score on an AI goalkeeper is easily? And I voted yes, because curve shots are the easiest thing to score on an AI goalkeeper, and most people agree curve shots are the easiest, and the curve shots are the most broken thing right now if you want to be good. Here you can see this is the main developer of the game, the person who owns it. They've already made a few fixes. For example, like they said here, make the ball curve properly without slicing into the ground when the cam tilt down. So how it used to be, which they'll show here, you used to not be able to curve the ball when looking straight down. But now, as you can see, looking straight down, you can still curve the ball, which is a nice welcome change. Works with Kaiser as well. Also, they're looking at nerfing the AI goalkeeper hitbox, because right now it's a bit crazy. So that's more fair. You can see there the goalkeeper's really onto the left. They shoot into the middle. That should be pretty, guaranteed. Right now, if you do that, I'm pretty sure it won't go in. Let me test that. As you can see here, The goalkeepers on the left, I'm gonna recreate what they did. As you see now, that goalkeeper's crazy. That was a pretty much par for par recreation. You know, I'll give it another shot just in case. They were like here, goalkeeper was more on the left, they aimed into the middle. Goalkeeper saves that. If the goalkeeper is on one side and you're aiming to the other, I feel like it should go in. So the goalkeeper right now is kind of busted. So that's some of the active changes that they've made. Here you can see they're asking a poll about, are these problems caused by the new ball physics? So like the AI goalkeeper being oversized, or magic passes, like the float is really high, or curve shots slicing along the ground. I voted yeah, the physics has changed how some of these moves work entirely. For example, my Kaiser move has been completely reworked just because of the ball physics. It used to be somewhere around here. You'd stand here and you would look there and it would go in. If I do that now, there's no shot, it just slides along the floor, which is why I found a new spot over in this general direction where I look around here and that gets a really nice curve in like that. So the ball physics have changed how a lot of like moves have worked, and so now they're a lot different, which is why it's kind of annoying, but also they still work relatively as good, so I don't think that should be changed. People are changing now, but I think there are a few issues that do need to be addressed. Also, they're saying if a setting should be enabled that disables/enables camera aim controlling the height of moves. For example, how I looked there and used Kaiser and it rolled on the floor, but like I said, if I look here and use Kaiser, you can see it gets that really nice curve. I'm gonna keep that on just because I know how useful it is. I think you can get some really nasty curves, ones that properly just do like the nastiest angle. So I'm gonna keep that on. Also, an interesting change is they're thinking of making the goalkeeper box bigger. I feel like this is more not looking at real goalkeepers because they exist as well. This kind of sucks for them. I don't think the thing needs to be any bigger. Right now, I think it's perfect. It's small, but it's still big enough to where if you use your moves correctly, you can easily score. I don't think it should be changed. As you can see here, I voted no, but apparently people do. You know, come here, vote for yourself, you know, thingy, because this is pretty important. You can help out. The last thing I'd also like to show is my suggestion. No one's typed in it yet, but it is the best suggestion though. I'm going to talk you through this. So I asked if the shot slowdown could be, you know, re-implemented, because real goalkeepers are properly struggling now because we have zero repercussions as strikers for getting close to the net. Only one repercussion would be the goalkeeper tackling, but that can be dodged easily. So that's why it's like, I feel like the goalkeeper should have more on their side. Right now it's a bit broken. You can seriously, if it's a real goalkeeper, you can just run up, get really close, touch the side. It's like, it's too much going on. And they're getting so close, their shots are just as strong. There's no reason why a striker shouldn't go up close, because it's more guaranteed that they'll score. I said here, ball is kind of laggy. I'm sure if you've been playing games, you've noticed the ball stuttering. I said, I think that's a given. I'm pretty sure it is. Also, the ball is much heavier now, which means you can't score from outside the penalty box with character moves, though you can score with a curved M1, which everyone has base, which I find quite dumb. I'm going to explain what I meant just now, right? Obviously, I would usually look right here and then score there. The goalkeeper's going to save that. Now, yeah, I could look over there and score it, but the fact that kind of like this struggle, this can be blocked from here, I find quite silly, because it's like Kaiser impact, like come on. But also you can score like that from there, just because curve shots absolutely break the AI goalkeeper. So it's like a base move that every character has overpowers a strong move like Kaiser impact. I also said ultimates are easily blocked now, just because of the way the ball drops so much faster. The ultimate can be blocked by a goalkeeper. If I shot here, looked up there and used my ultimate, the goalkeeper would block it. If I look there, yeah, he wouldn't block it just because it's right in the corner. But like, the goalkeeper has saved way more ultimate shots than he used to, which I find quite dumb, as ultimates are the, you know, they are the peak of this game's power system. They are the strongest. So furthermore, is why I find it kind of dumb that curve shots can score from anywhere, yet strong straight shots are like kryptonite to like strikers, just because they struggle to go in a lot more. You know, maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. Honestly, it's all just opinion at this point, because people would want the ball to work one way, while others would want the ball to work the other way. I don't want any fighting. This is just a game after all. But put your opinions in the comments. I'll read them, go through them. I'll reply to some. Just have like a nice discussion in the comments. Try and find like a happy medium between everyone. People who like the new physics, people who like the old physics. See what we can come up with, and maybe write your own suggestions in the Discord server. That's what I would recommend. So thank you for watching. This has been a ramble video, but I think it's a nice ramble video. It's a bit of fun. We're talking about something that this game kind of had a massive uproar about. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It would mean a lot. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.